Hey, what's up, guys? This is Nate again, and today I wanted to share one of my favorite issues of Nintendo Power, and that is Volume 44. This was January of '93, and this issue was packed with a lot of cool, extras. First of all, the cover was actually like a fold-out two-panel picture. This may have been exclusive to the subscriber issue, but still pretty cool. And on the reverse side, there's a hidden picture game. It has all these different games from like Star Tropics and Punch Out and Bases Loaded, all kinds of shit. And I guess there's clues, but find the clues in the picture. One of those games. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through this issue because there's a lot of cool stuff in it. A lot of also kind of some stuff I'll probably skip over too because it's not so interesting. First of all, I read these letters before I started recording this. And this one here, she writes in saying that she bought Mario Paint for her kids, basically, and that she's happy with it because it gets her kids to be creative. But then she goes on to say, in fact, I think it's Super Nintendo. Like a, fuck off, you dumb idiot. And then she says, thanks for making it. So, whatever. Thanks for making it, for real. It is a good game. And over here is just some artwork. I always loved these envelope art illustrations that people would send in. All kinds of cool art. A lot of Battletoads. They were pretty big at the time. First is a walkthrough of the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I'm not going to focus on anything too much in here, but I used to love the layouts of like 2D platformers in Nintendo Power. You'd see all the maps and just little secrets, and it was really easy to follow along with. They had some really great walkthroughs. Even though a lot of the information maybe wasn't so useful, there was a lot that was, so yeah. This issue had a Ren and Stimpy poster for the Game Boy, and then a Mahjong tile game walkthrough for the Game Boy, which I'm just going to skip over. Then Equinox for the Super Nintendo. Never played this game, actually, so I'm not really familiar with it. Looks like an isometric kind of action RPG kind of thing, I don't know. And then some sports stuff. If you care about that kind of thing, it looks like the sports page. So yeah, there's a lot of sports. Then we get to Firepower 2000, which pretty fun little game actually. It's not one of the best, but definitely kind of a little hidden gem on the Super Nintendo. We get to the classified information section. This is where you'd find a lot of codes and tips. A lot of the big codes, like the Konami code and all those kind of things, were featured in here. Kind of often, if I remember correctly. Oh, then we get to this comic, and there's a lot of weird innuendo in this comic. Most notably, like this panel right here. I don't know what else "clean your pipes" could mean. Am I missing something here? Then Mario goes down here to honk his little spike. So, but the comic goes on for a while. It's mildly entertaining. There's some power challenges, and then as well as some people who, I guess, won the power challenges. Never participated in that as a kid. And here's a little walkthrough on the Incredible Crash Dummies for the Game Boy, as well as the Humans for the Game Boy. And then Megaman 3 on the Game Boy walkthrough. So this is one of the more interesting walkthroughs and tips. And this was one of my favorite things as a kid. The robot design contest for Mega Man. I remember we were on a trip to Colorado. It was my first time flying. I remember reading this on the plane, and I would sit here and just stare at all these cool robot masters that kids had drawn around the country, and started drawing my own. But there's some pretty ridiculous ideas, I guess. I like this big Optic Man guy, and Balloon Man, Smoke Man, and Plasma Man. Glue Man. Dial Man, he's just a rotary phone. What the hell is he gonna do? Then there's Weaseletta and Terror Teddy. Power Man. They did use Clown Man later on in Mega Man 8. Then there's a walkthrough for Mega Man 5. Again, really good detailed maps. And a little walkthrough of RC Pro Am 2. We have a Nestor comic over here. And this was only in the subscriber issue. Get this little Mario Paint, little mini issue in the middle here, with all kinds of little tips for Mario Paint. There's some stamps for different holidays, and just some little tips over here. And shows you how to do the Mario music, and just different Mario 1 sprites, as well as Zelda. And Metroid. And this is talking about Star Fox, as well as the future of video games, and just showing all these FMV CD-ROM games. Then we get to the next little freebie of this issue, and it is a paper punch-out arwing from Star Fox. Has some instructions on how to put it together, some of the best of classified information. Shows a lot from Mario World, more Street Fighter 2. Here's the Konami code that I discussed a few minutes ago. Then there's a walkthrough for Super Mario Land 2. Then we showed the top games of each system that Nintendo had out at the time. Pretty solid titles all around, except for on the Game Boy. Home Alone is on there for some reason, and I can guarantee that game isn't very good. I've never played the Game Boy version, but I own the NES and SNES versions, and they're not great. And then down here, the NES has like Monopoly. That was never one of the 20 best NES games, especially in 1993. So I don't know why that's on there. Show some upcoming future games, like how they hadn't titled Link's Awakening yet by this point. It was just called Zelda for Game Boy. The last couple of pages here are just more bonus content for this issue. This was the sheet of controller overlays. One for the Super Nintendo, he had 2 for the NES, and 1 for the Game Boy, and you could put this around the screen here. And a whole bunch of other different little stickers I guess you could put wherever. I used these as a kid a lot. I remember my neighbor had the Game Boy on his Game Boy, and I had the NES ones on both of my controllers. But over the years, the printing started to wear off. Let me grab my controller, I'll show you. You can see, it used to look like this, but now it looks like this because old stickers. And finally, the last page here is the Power Challenge trading cards. Most issues up until from like 90 till 93 or 94 had 6 of these cards in the back, which is awesome. Covered all kinds of different games for each system. I like how this one has Kickle Cubicle because it's one of my favorite games. And on the back they had little tricks and challenges that you could challenge yourself, and I guess submit the challenges to Nintendo Power, and they would, I guess if you got the highest score, you'd win something. I don't remember, but anyways, guys, that is my favorite issue of Nintendo Power. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.